Hi, my name is Heather Cordell. I am a high school science teacher for Tennessee Virtual Academy. Today I'm going to share with you digital breakout games. These are oftentimes called escape rooms or escape games. You've probably seen them done in brick and mortar where students have actual lock boxes where they have to use clues that they're given to find codes to unlock these locks on these boxes and to get more clues to ultimately win the prize or make it to the end of the game. Just like the escape rooms that are very, very popular right now. The goal is to break out. Well, you can use these in a virtual environment, or you can use them in a brick and mortar school and using the digital breakouts. So, I'm going to share with you a starting point for using digital breakout games or digital escape games. So, Breakout EDU is a good place to get started. So, if you were using these for the first time, and your students are having to learn how to process through and how to look for these codes and how to use clues to find the information, this is a great place to start. You will have to create an account, which I have already done. Now, a lot of the games you do have to pay for, but there are also lots of free ones as well. So you can filter once you get once you log in, if you go to platform, you can then filter, and your game type is digital. You don't want the kit required because, again, that is the actual manipulative that you would use in your classroom. So you do a digital game, and then you can select by subject area. So if you're looking specifically at elementary science or elementary math or any elementary subject, you can do math. They have seasonal and holiday. Team building for the beginning of the school year, lots of great science options, social studies, PE, the list goes on and on and on, all the way down to art and music. They even have games for ELA as well. So I'm going to pick science since I'm a science teacher. So I'm just going to select all science there. You can also narrow it down by grade level. Now keep in mind here at Breakout EDU, there are a limited amount of free digital escape games, but you can actually just go to Google and you can look up digital escape games or digital breakout rooms, and you can find almost anything on the internet. But again, this is a good starting point because these games have been vetted. They know they work. They know there's no broken links. These are going to be tried and true and always work for you. So I did digital and I did science. And here you can even put in free to narrow it down to the free games. So what's really great about this is the information that it shares with you. So it gives you your name of your breakout game. It also shares the topic, content area, grade level, and your standard. So those could be Common Core standards or next generation science standards. So I'm going to do all the small things. So I click on this. And the great thing about this is it gives you the story, which is also at the top of your breakout game when the students start playing it. The story is there. And I like these games because they always have a backstory. So you can really play up that story to really get your students motivated to want to be engaged in this and really play up that story that goes along with it. As a teacher, you have access to all the combinations, and you also have an explanation to those combinations. So it explains the content connected to how you get those combinations. So now you just have to press play game. All right, so students then, there's that backstory there. Students will click on a lock and they can read text. There may be a little game for them to have to do. It could be matching. It could be a short video. They can make the pictures larger so they can see them. But there are clues hidden inside of this information that they can use to solve some type of combination lock. So in this one, it's a directional lock. And so they have to find the combination by clicking on the keys. If you press submit and you're wrong, then it will tell you, nope, try again. So you can clear it and try again. You can also give your students hints. This is a great way to differentiate those ones you know that will need the hints. You can give them hints as well. And so they will work through all of the locks, and when they finally make it to the end, there's a page like, yay, you made it, you escaped. Another thing that Breakout EDU offers is these reflection questions. So when all students have finished, or this could be an independent activity or it could be a whole group, when you debrief, you can answer these reflection questions that are provided by the makers of these Breakout EDU games. Another thing they have, if you decide to create your own. Now, your own will look a little different if you're creating your own free one, but I'll show you how to do that here in just a moment. So if you want to create your own, they have this great template. See if I can find it here. There it is, design a game, as I was just on it. And then they have, there we go, there it is, a digital Breakout EDU game template. Now you actually fill this out if you create your own game, and you can submit it to Breakout EDU, and they could publish it for other teachers to use, and you get rewards for doing that. So you could gain access to some of the locked content that you have to have platform access to by submitting your own game templates. Now, even if you're making your own and you're not submitting it, I still recommend using this game template. I take it and I print it out, because it helps you to organize your game that you're creating. So it's just a really great way to organize your game. Now, if you plan to create your own, then this is a great link on how to do that. Now, yours would look different if you made your own, because you wouldn't be making it in Breakout EDU. You'd be making it in Google Sites or using Google Forms. So it's the same concept, but it looks a little bit different. So again, you still have your backstory. So this is an example of one I use in my physical science class. You have your story, and then for them to get their locks, they will click on these different tablets where they will get more information to help them answer the question. So these more complex ones are really great for middle school and high school. And so they can click on other tablets. Any of these pictures they can click on and get information to help them solve one of the locks. And again, I will share this in the discussion post, how to build. These are all short videos on building your own. And if you have any questions on how to create one of these, please feel free to reach out. I am more than happy to help.